A few things. I did pretty good on picks. I did switch my Shevchenko pick. I had Weili winning. Looked it over a little bit more. I thought, Shevchenko probably does get this done at the end of the day. So I did switch my pick, and you can see that on Tapology. I did okay. I did pretty decent on picks. But I'll start with Bo Nickel, man. Bo Nickel looked great. His striking has gotten a lot better. There were a couple times where he went to throw an overhand, and in the past, he would go to throw the overhand, and the guy would be out of range, and then he would still unleash the overhand, and it would land to kind of like the chest. And that was kind of like, oh, that's the Boverhand. That's Bo Nickel's over. The Boverhand, there it is. He's punching him in the chest. And there were a couple times where I saw him to go to throw that, and he realized like halfway through, like, oh, that's out of range. I'm not going to unload that one. And he stopped, and he started working off feints more, lands the high kick to knock out Rodolfo Vieira. Impressive. Is it as impressive as knocking out a young up-and-comer or someone in the rankings? No, but it's a win, and he's bouncing back. So people on this channel know that I'm not a fan of Bo Nickel, but props to him. He did get it done, and it was a beautiful high kick. I don't know of anybody that I saw online anywhere saying that Bo Nickel was going to win by high kick KO. Great job to Bo Nickel. After that, to open the main card, it was Benoit Saint-Denis versus Beneil Dariush, and Beneil Dariush gets flattened inside of 20 seconds. Hook over the top from the clinch by Benoit Saint-Denis. Nasty shot. But the craziest thing that I wanted to point out, because I wasn't even going to go over this fight, Joe Rogan was like, oh, that might have been early. That might have been early.
Well, it did look like Beneil potentially might be getting up there.
I don't know. That might have been early. You got to let him fight back. Joe. He goes face down into the canvas and takes a follow-up shot, unresponsive, starfished out on the ground. Do you want to see him fucking die? What is it exactly that you need to see? Could you fucking imagine if Joe Rogan was a referee? Beneil Dariush literally might have died. What more do you want? The guy is licking the canvas. The guy's literally licking the canvas with his eyes rolled back, taking follow-up shots, and Joe Rogan is in the booth like, I don't know. I think you gotta let him fight a little bit longer. No, he's a vegetable, bro. What part of that looked like he was gonna recover and fight back? I mean, Joe Rogan is just, the more and more that Joe Rogan is like in the commentary booth for these pay-per-views, the more and more I realize that the guy's like going senile. He's smearing his face across the canvas. Sometimes I literally question myself, like, am I seeing the same thing that this guy is? Because there's no way that I'm seeing the same thing as Joe Rogan. This guy wants the ref to not step in? He's out cold. Anyways, what are we talking about? After that, it was highlight of the night, my favorite of the night. Carlos Prates knocks Leon Edwards out cold, as I predicted. I have Carlos Prates winning a flatline KO. Carlos Prates is going to snipe a left hand off his temple. He's going to snipe you down the middle. He's going to split the guard open when your hands are up against the fence. It's going to happen, and I've almost never been so sure of something in my life. I said it would be a straight left hand, and he would split the guard open. And it wasn't necessarily splitting the guard open because Leon went to parry. Because Prates was throwing his jab so often, Leon would go to parry it over and over and over. As the fight went, Carlos started throwing a right hook instead. So, force of habit, Leon just goes to reach out and parry the jab. Next thing you know, there's a left hand sniping him on the button, right on the chin. Literally a perfect shot. Because it wasn't like Leon was like irresponsibly defending himself. Like he was doing the right things from a technical standpoint. It's just the accuracy combined with the power that Prates has. That's just, it's otherworldly. I mean, you can't describe it. He's 170-pound Alex Pereira. He did the celebration as well. I mean, he's literally 170-pound Alex Pereira. He hit him right on the button, puts him out. First person to knock out Leon Edwards. Incredible KO. And then it was Michael Morales, who I did take to win. I took him to win by third round TKO, and he got it done in the first round. The thing that I noticed from Michael Morales that not a lot of people talk about is the angles at which that he throws. And it's way different than all these other guys. People talk about Morales and his frame and how he's so much bigger than everybody and he uses his length so well. And he comes in with a good game plan. He has a low base. He's squared on, ready for the shot against Brady. Yes, those are all takeaways from what Michael Morales does really well. But the thing that I noticed was the angles at which he throws his shots. And I've also seen people like criticize the way that he throws and how it looks like stupid and it doesn't look like he has much technique behind his shots, which you could argue, yes, sometimes it doesn't look like the most pretty thing in the world when he does throw in combination. It's not like he's just throwing a basic 1-2-3, 1-2 rip to the body and then come up high with an overhand. It's like, it's not basic combinations. He's throwing like, he'll throw like an uppercut into an overhand and then he'll like drop low, jab to the body, jab high, straight right hand, left hook. It's literally coming at you from all these different angles. And I think that's where Brady got caught because there were so many shots coming from so many different angles and he's able to dart in and dart out and he's already just bigger than you, that all those things combined is what put Brady away. I saw people online, why didn't Brady shoot? An idiot. For one, Michael Morales made Sean Brady look like a 155-pound guy in there. He made him look tiny. Morales should probably be fighting at 185, honestly. He's huge. And also, the way that Morales' stance was in that fight, it was hands low, ready for the shot, ready to stuff, ready to sprawl, and he was throwing his hands with conviction, trying to put him away immediately, which makes Brady more wary of, I better not get put out on the feet. I need to make sure I don't get caught on the way in. I need to find good timing so that I can shoot a takedown because I can't right now. Every time I enter, this guy throws an overhand and it's clipping me upside the temple. Yeah, should Brady have like shot desperation shot? Maybe, but he didn't. And he got put away early with an overhand leading to an uppercut, leading to ground and pound. And it was a nasty finish from Michael Morales. And then it was the co-main. Valentina dominates. I'm not going to go over that too much. She held top half guard for, I think I did the stats on it. It was 15 total minutes or something, 14 or 15 total minutes, something around there. She dominated Wei Li from start to finish. Wei Li really was. She was undersized. And I said that might not be an issue for Wei Li originally. As you saw, I switched my pick and I thought maybe she is just too small. And that's really what it was. Valentina wins dominantly. She's one of the best ever. She's starting to rival Amanda Nunes as the best women's fighter ever. A title defense or two more, and she might just surpass her in most people's eyes. And then the main event, JDM versus Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev holds 20 minutes of control time, again from half guard. One thing that I didn't mention in the build-up to this one was that JDM, a lot of times, when he does throw the jab as his main kind of setup in his main shot, he steps off and he slips off and he'll duck out of the way to the right, which you've seen him get caught by head kicks before. And he uses that as kind of a built-in safety net, save himself from the shot, which I didn't really see him do that much, which I don't know if that led to him getting taken down or not, but I didn't see him do it that much when they were on the feet. And another thing I want to point out is that JDM, when you fight Islam, I mentioned that guys have to drop their hands when they get in the pocket because of the takedown threat. That's where a lot of Islam's KOs come from, and his success on the feet comes from guys dropping their hands and being wary of the takedown, and they get caught. JDM just kind of held a high guard the whole time and never addressed the shot ever, really. He kind of would just throw in combination and then put his hands back up high, and then Islam was on his hips and he would get taken down. Islam goes for a few submission attempts. He tried a straight arm lock. He tried a Kimura. He tried a Darce a few times. And that was the main thing that JDM was able to stop, was the submission attempts. You could see the work with Craig Jones coming through. He was able to stop the submission attempts, but to a fault almost, where he probably worked on that too much, where he probably should have been working on the takedown defense and the scrambling back to the feet rather than just the submission escapes. So again, dominant performance from Islam Makhachev. I mean, what can you say? Just absolutely dominant. So he is probably in my top 3 for the GOAT conversation. I'm not going to say who's in my top 3 because I might end up doing a video for my GOAT list at some point, but yeah, he's up there, man. I mean, if he keeps going, it's going to be hard to say that he's not the GOAT. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. I've got my prediction video for Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker coming out on Friday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe per usual, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.